What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my J2C crypto channel. Things are blowing up today, and we called it in previous videos. It was just a matter of time before something triggered it. Now, is this permanent? Is this not permanent? Are we in the beginning stages of a bull run? And I'm going to tell you what I personally think is causing these bull runs. So before I do, I'm just going to ask that if you find my video useful, if you find this information good and you like it, please hit the subscribe button. Just one click below, subscribe, hit the notification if you want so you can see all the updates when I release videos. Really helps me out. I have a very low percentage of people that watch my videos that actually subscribe. So it really helps out the algorithm for me to get out there more so I can get some more viewers and I can finally hit that 1,000 mark so I can do a little bit of a giveaway. And this is not financial advice. When I tell you this information, I'm telling you so that you can be informed, so that you can do your own research and you can make your own informed decisions. And before I start this video, I have been noticing more and more comments below. I was actually joking with one of my friends that you made it in the YouTube and you're starting to become somebody because you start to get scammers. That's a joke. I'm far from being anywhere near the top level YouTube, but I'm starting to see scammers are taking my profile pictures and they're messaging you to WhatsApp them. Please do not WhatsApp anybody. They are scammers. They can send you malware through your phone. Even if they send you just a picture of like an animated GIF, they can install malware through that. WhatsApp is very insecure. My mother had the similar situation. She fell for it and they hacked her Facebook. She hasn't been able to recover it since. So just be very aware. Please do your due diligence. Know that I will never message you through WhatsApp, ask you to message me at all. I will never ask you to send me money. All right, back to the topic. So these are the cryptocurrencies I like to watch. They're my favorite ones to invest in. As you can see, they're all in the green. And the one that honestly isn't as high right now, but has been having gains the most recently is Student Coin. And I'm going to get to a few updates in a little bit, but they've had some news updates, and every time they release updates and other things that they're doing, usually you see the Student Coin bounce a little bit. Shiba Inu is bouncing with the potential too of some news coming out. Crypto.com is bouncing. I expect crypto to be a very good performer in the long run. Our favorite coin is Stellar Lumens, still highly undervalued. And the real question is this rise permanent, or is this a temporary thing and we're going to see it bounce back down? Because really, although this is very high, it's very good to see these bouncing back. It's not above where we were maybe a few weeks ago, a month ago. So I'd like to see these numbers higher. And before we could say it's permanent, we got to see some, we got to break through some resistance levels and maintain that level. And I'm going to go into it, into the details a little bit here. So first, let's look at Bitcoin. Look at this massive jump, and it always does this, right? But it has a potential to keep going up. But previously you get these bounces and then it comes back down a little bit. But don't be surprised if you're seeing one of these, right? It comes up, comes down a bit, comes up. I think the next level, it has the resistance level right here is about 45 cents. I apologize for the lighting in my room. I know it's pretty bad with my light changing colors constantly. But the 45,000 is the resistance level for Bitcoin. I think it has to break through that and it has to stay above it in order for the cryptocurrency to really start to break through and bounce up, right? And once it passes that 45 and it stays above it, I could certainly see its next target being 50. And it is possible, and we have seen this with Bitcoin, where it breaks through all of this very quickly, right? As soon as it starts bouncing back, you get the FOMO. People want to buy in. They want to get their cryptocurrency before it goes up. And one of the things I look at is previous all-time highs. So back here, right before this big bounce, you see the RSI go way up, and the moving average follows, maybe a day or two after. So it's kind of like what we're seeing right here, right? The RSI went way up, shot up, and then this might take another day or two before the moving average goes up. And that's when you see this Bollinger Band start to curve upward, right? So definitely something to keep an eye out for the next few days. But you know, is it still too late to buy? Absolutely not. You know, when I think of where's a bad time to buy is if it shot right up here. This point is too late, right? You've already got very high. You have a high risk of coming back down, and you have a very high risk of you know, losing a lot of your money and waiting a long time for it to come up. But it's also the potential to make money still. You know, we don't think that this is the end of Bitcoin, and certainly can reach levels that are much higher. Same for XLM. I'm seeing the same pattern here. You know, the RSI kind of shoots up, the moving average goes along with it slightly. So as it shot up, I can expect the next few days for this to go up here. Now, where could XLM go? And that really depends on a couple of things. I'm going to get right into it now and start talking about XRP and XLM. XRP had some good news, right? So the judge laid pretty much another win for XRP in the lawsuit. The SEC was unable to provide some evidence, so the judge kind of let them have it for a little bit. So I think you're going to start to see some how should I put this? You know, some pre-FOMO for XRP starting to shoot up prior to the end of the SEC lawsuit. And I think XLM is going to ride along with it. Now, XLM's next target is, I say it's going to reach around the 22 cents. And I mentioned this in previous videos. Don't be surprised. I mentioned it in the past, you know, sometime earlier this month around here. I said it's probably going to go down, but it's probably going to come back up here. So I think this needs to hit the 22 cent mark and stay above it. If it could stay above it, and certainly, you know, if it passes the 24 cents, I think we're in a bull run. I think the next, after the 25, if it can maintain above that, you know, we may see a very sharp shoot up, potentially up to 40 cents. It certainly is possible. And again, this is just my analysis, just looking at previous stuff here. It still has the potential to come back down, right? This may be a temporary feel-good moment, but in order for us to ensure that we're going to break out, we have to stay above these levels and continue to work our way up. Otherwise, it's just going to continue the bull run that we've seen. And so we've been on the downward trajectory since May of last year, right? So certainly, as you could see here in March timeframe, it shot up. Everything shot up. We had a steep increase with steep decline, followed by another increase. So certainly, as people are becoming more and more aware of these cryptocurrencies, you could certainly expect them to go up without coming that far down anymore. I think my early prediction is going to be that it's going to retest this line right here. And in the next few days, we're going to see where the moving average is, the Bollinger Band, what's going to happen, because it's been very compressed, right? This has been bouncing like crazy within this area, and we created this massive cup and handle, as they call it. So it has the potential to shoot upward over here. So I think it's going to reach 40 cents very soon, personally. But this is not financial advice. I'm just giving you my own personal opinion. And when we look at XRP, now whenever you look at these things, always look at them with the USD dollar. It just makes sense, right? You don't want to look at other cryptocurrencies. So this is doing the same thing too. Now this is going to break above the moving average. As you can see, it always bounces up and down between the moving average. And so right now it's below it, it just surpassed it. But what's interesting is the Bollinger Band is going down, it's getting compressed. So you can certainly expect some kind of rise here. Now this one has to go above the 90 cents and maintain that level. That's the level I think that it has to be. This one right here, you know, between 90 cents and $1. It has to maintain that for probably several days, probably up to a week, and then you could expect to be in a bull run. What is going on that I think is causing these bull runs? There's a couple of things, right? So we've had fear news after fear news, COVID, government shutdowns, mandate issues. We've had a lot of negative news with Ukraine being attacked and gone to war suddenly with Russia, threats from Russia of nuclear war. These things make people fear, right? They don't want to invest their money if they know they might need it eventually, especially with the Russian government kind of being shut down from the world. So you could certainly expect Russia's economy to, go down the drain very soon, assuming we don't all get into a massive world war. Always a possibility. Um, so, so I always say, be right with God because you never know. But this is, I think that personally, a lot of this action is gonna, you're gonna start to see the result of the SEC lawsuit. XRP is gonna start to shoot back up um, very soon on that, for that matter. But let me go back to Bitcoin because one of the other things that I always notice is these massive jumps. So most of the time you start to see them. Bitcoin's a little different, but these massive jumps tend to happen with other cryptocurrencies right after tax season, right? That's why some of them you see March, April, up to May, things shoot up and then it starts to come back down. Tax season is very big, especially for this new generation that's been heavy on investments. You start to see that they spend a lot of their money on cryptocurrency, hoping to get a quick gain, and it's very smart. Certainly, that's why usually it goes back down because people don't invest long term. There's a lot of cryptocurrency investors that want short term gains, or people that they fear the slightest dip that they're going to lose any money that they could have potentially had, and they pull out and take their losses. They lick their wounds. So I suspect that in the coming weeks, as the IRS finally catches up on the tax refunds, you're going to start to see an increase in activity. Not only that, but when you have things like war and inflation and the stock market's potentially going down, you have a lot of people that flock to cryptocurrencies because they know that even if they lose money in cryptocurrencies, that it's bound to come back up. So this is why I think personally that all the crypto markets are coming back up. And I want to talk a little bit about Student Coin too. Student Coin has been releasing some major updates recently. One of the biggest updates was update 15. They updated their website. They're releasing airdrops for Orion, I think it's called. They're also creating some more stuff here. I'm going to take one of these websites to the side here, and I'm going to look it up real quick. I just don't want my personal stuff publicly here, so let me just go look up Student Coin on Facebook. Here it is. So, Student Coin, they released this update 15, and I think this is part of the reason why they've been on the up for the past few days. So when you look at what they've done, this link isn't working, so I'm not going to click on it. It says the page is not found. They updated their publication website. They did a second airdrop for Orion. They're looking at DeFi and becoming increasingly more engaged with decentralized finance. They're looking at different possibilities. They're getting involved in the metaverse. They're doing a lot of things. So before, what was possibly just for students, it looks like they're trying to expand a little bit. Personally, I would love to see Student Coin get off of Ethereum and move to a product like Stellar. But odds of that happening are very unlikely. That would immediately solve a lot of their issues with their high gas fees and the high cost for a student to actually create a cryptocurrency on the Ethereum network. But there's a lot of stuff going on around Student Coin. Certainly, this is something to look forward to in the near future. But for now, these are the things that drive up. Every time we see these things happen, certainly you see a bump in the price of a Student Coin. there's a lot more information that's going to start coming out soon for these other cryptocurrencies. We're starting to pick up here. I think we're at the beginning of the bull runs. All these things right here, the RSI, everything is starting to signal. Once it starts going crazy and doing these massive jumps historically, it means that you're going to see a big price action very soon. Hopefully it's for the best. You never know. But just do your own research and your due diligence. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed my content. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Ignore the scammers in the comments. I'm trying to get rid of them as fast as I can, but they're not always notifying me when they comment. So just report them when you see them. All right, guys, I'll catch you guys on my next video.